Okay, we're out here in front of 5452-5454 11th Avenue in Fort Myers. We're in a section called Pine Manor, and behind me you'll see a house that was just purchased. We got this house yesterday. We picked this up for $12,000. What I want to do is I want to take you right through the property and show you step by step of what we're going to be doing, and then just explain the process in the beginning. Now, we just closed on this house, and the first thing we did was try to secure the building, and I'm going to explain to you, and let's just start by looking at the house now. As you see, this is the house. It looks typical of this area. We got this big lot to the left of it, which is pretty good. These are a lot of the old vegetation trees for Southwest Florida. So this home, it's very typical for the area. You'll see the house. This is what they call a 2-unit building or a duplex. We have an apartment in the front, and then we have an apartment in the back. And if you notice on the roof, there's blue on there. That's a tarp. Over the years, they've had some damage to this property, and it has not been maintained. This house has been vacant going on about 4 to 5 years. And we're going to go look at the front, where you see this one window on the right side has been boarded up because it's been vandalized. As we get closer, you're going to notice that there were some notices put on there, and you'll see that the county had put a notice on this door indicating there's some issues. They're not maintaining the yard, code violations for tall grass. But if we look at the building, this is a concrete block building. There is some graffiti. You got this nice little soffit there, and we got lights around the corners for lighting. We have an entrance on the left and an entrance on the right. So you see there's a walkway going here to the back, and then we have another one coming here on the left. So it's good set up. We got a nice concrete driveway. It's not been maintained. Once we cut all this brush back, this property will look really good, very desirable. We see over here, we see a couple more notices. We're getting close. This one right here is particularly of interest. It says, dangerous building. This building is unsafe and its use for occupancy has been prohibited by the Lee County Building Department. Only persons engaged in repair or demolition may enter. It is unlawful for this sign to be removed without written approval from the building official. It specifies unsafe building, not secure. They give the address of 5452-5454 11th Avenue. And in detail on the bottom, it says the windows have been broken, allowing access. Secure broken windows. Exterior doors cannot be locked. Secure the doors. So it's given a notice of violation. That was the inspection and more notices. So what we have to do is we had to come in here and immediately secure it. So we sent a crew out here yesterday, and the first thing they did was come and put locks on the doors because there were no locks. But here's a problem. They broke these windows. We have a broken window right there, and then we have a broken window in the back. And you'll notice that these windows, have been broken. And what they had done is they grabbed some branches and limbs and they just threw them through the windows to get access, because what they want to do is to try to get in there and start stealing things of value. And we find that's pretty common here. So let's just take a walk inside, and this would be 5452 11th Avenue. Now mind you, this building has been vacant for years. I did look at this building back probably about 5 months ago, and it was in really good shape. It was fairly good condition. Everything was here, but in the last month and a half, vandals have realized this was a vacant building, and they came in and they broke it. So there's the broken glass on the floor. We're going to go and see, that shows you the kitchen, a little scary in there. That's where we had a hookup for the washer, the dryer, and the hot water heater. That's all been vandalized. We're going to go into this, just take a general look. So this one it's kind of dark in here, but this is the one bedroom that we have in here. And you got a closet. So overall, this room is not bad. There's been no vandalism here. I do notice though that we have some mold up on the roof there. That would be an indication that that's where the roof was leaking. We're going to come around and look at the other bedroom. Now mind you, it's pitch black in here. We're probably not going to see anything. But again, this room is not too bad. There's not much damage in here at all. So that's the good thing. Here's the scary part. We're going to come over here and try to open up this back door. Now we have a front door and a back door, and I had my contractors come in here and lock the whole place up for me to get this thing secure. So if we get some light in here, I'm going to show you what they did. We had this kitchen set up there, and this was all intact, like I said, just a couple months ago. And what the vandals do is they come in here to steal all copper, whether it be the electrical lines and water lines, and that's exactly what they did. They came in there and they broke open the walls to pull out the little bits of copper that was available. It's a shame because this property probably only needed about $4,000 to $5,000 per unit for renovation, and that's going to probably double, if not more. So here's where the hot water heater was. They pulled that out of the wall. Right there's a connection. They pulled the copper pipes out. We had stuff, the water lines right there for, you can see right here, would have been right where the water lines for the washer and dryer went. Ripped those out. We come in here and we look at the bathroom. And again, this bathroom was fully intact when I looked here just a couple months ago. And again, they came in here and destroyed it to pull out the copper. So you can see that they kind of did a mess here. Unfortunately, it's going to require me to do an entire bathroom renovation. I'm going to have to go and redo all the water lines, and I'll probably have to come back through here and do all the electrical lines. So that's kind of a shame. All right, let's take a walk into the back unit and see what we got there. Overall though, this being it's a concrete structure building, this is really good and I'm excited about that part. But I come in here and I walk into the kitchen on this side and it's flip-flopped from the other one. And again, the same thing. They destroyed it to get in there and get to the copper. Here's one of the issues though. They went up in the attic, pulled out all the copper wiring, which is kind of terrible because now we're going to have more problems. But they did a lot of damage here. Unfortunate, but that's just part of the business. I come in here and this is one of the issues we see. Here's the wiring they yanked out of the ceiling as much as they could to steal it. They also went into the attic here, and you'll see this is the access for the air conditioning in there. So that means they went up there and they stole as much as they could. Here's the scuttle for getting in there, and we're going to see that there is damage. They took a lot of stuff out. I see that up there we do have some roof damage to be repaired. But again, here's my second bathroom, and again, exactly the same. They just pulled everything they could to get out. So this will require, again, a complete renovation. There's our other back door, which is secure. The second bedroom, again, they did the same thing. Since all the electrical wires, we'll try to get close so you can see it. I turn the angle, you can see wires hanging. What they do is they pull all the wire down as much as they could, and they cut it to steal as much copper as possible. Okay, so we're on basically day one of securing this property, and we're going to have a contractor come back in here, and they're going to go board up all these windows, get this thing all cleaned up and ready to start renovating. And you'll notice the floor. Here's one of the great things about it. Most of the floor has tile throughout, and that's a good thing. The bedrooms have a little bit of carpet. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go and start doing renovation on here, and as we're in progress, I'm going to come back in here and do a recording for you, and we're going to take you through step by step of the process. So that's our day one of securing this building, and it's going to be interesting how it's all going to pan out. So, okay, start. Okay, here we are in day one of securing this building. We're going to come back here over the next week and start cleaning it all out and getting it prepared. We're going to go and do all the demolition that we have here for the kitchen. This will all be gutted out. We'll be patching up all the ceiling damage that's been done. We're going to come up here and make this a really desirable property, and our goal is try to get between $500 and $600 a month rent, which will give us somewhere about $1,200 a month, or it would be about $14,400 a year of income, which would be a good deal, seeing that we're going to probably put about $25,000 into this, and that's going to give us a really good return on investment. Well, I'm Tommy Senatore, and glad to have you with me. You have a great day. Bye now.